Well, I haven't technically accomplished a goddamn thing, but I had I had an interview today. I had a job interview with a are you guys, and this is too perfect and really an ultimate punishment for me. If I get the job, I'm lucky to get the job, but it's a bit of irony. Like, here is a dangling carrot in front of your face that you can never take. I had an interview with a sperm bank.
Uh-huh.
A sperm donor place.
Terrific. They'd be really wise to hire you.
Yeah,
it'd be just a nonstop cracking wise over at that bank.
Basically, and I showed up to the interview on time because better ejaculate than never, I guess. But see, that's the problem.
You don't want to come early to the sperm bank.
No, I don't. Well, the interview was actually not very long, so I did finish early, and that was embarrassing.
Was it hard to hold out until the end of the interview?
Yeah, I almost just left and just said, "Listen, I got to pull out. I'm leaving. I'm out of this whole thing."
I hope I don't seem distracted. I've been thinking about baseball during this whole interview.
And this is the problem. Yes. This is the problem right here, because I can't. Like, I told the biggest lie I've ever told in a job interview, and I've told some whoppers. Today, I think I told the biggest lie I've ever told in a job interview, and I've had 94 jobs. The question was, will you be comfortable talking to people about sex? And in a blink of an eye, I said, absolutely no problem. I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable like past how are you? I'm not comfortable. I'm completely uncomfortable. Like, I barely like telling you that I barely like telling another human, can I get the charbroiled chicken sandwich combo with the fries and the medium beverage? Like, if I could write it down and not tell the people at Buffalo Wing Star, then I would do that. So I'm totally uncomfortable, but I lied because you want to say the right thing to get the stupid job,
So you're supposed to talk to people about sex?
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, it won't be a good idea, because one of two things will happen. Either they'll tell me never to do it again, or they'll tell me I'm fired. So either way, it's happening once.
What would the job be? A receptionist?
Just a fucking receptionist. Just a fucking reception guy. Like,
So you'd answer the phones or actually deal with people like when they walk in?
Both. You greet patients and you do answer the phones as well, but I'm just some fucking jack off.
You'd be the Walmart greeter of the sperm bank, just people walking in like, nice boner, sir.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So there's I had to, and this is, I hate to be a job seeker nowadays is a goddamn kick in the testicles, because they have the job, potential employers are the biggest pieces of shit right now. They always say these things like, oh, and by the way, before the interview, can you just like make yourself familiar with our entire website? Like, can I just do all this free homework when I could be applying to other jobs? You assholes. Because now I know I'm not getting the job because the sperm people are being jerk-offs. Yeah, I know what I did, but yeah. So I go through the website, and it's like, oh, here's a video on cryogenic freezing, like the frozen sperm, and here's another thing about choosing the sex of your baby. Like, and no one's choosing like redheaded male. So I'm sitting in a waiting room, and I saw a dude leave with a giant canister, and thank God I'm wearing a mask, because I'm just like, there's jizz in that. LOL.
You have to be the last person they should hire for this job.
I can't. And
you can't take this job.
No, well, I will, but if they offer it, I totally will. But I could tell it was the thing where it went good, but not amazing. Like, I'm their backup because it went good enough. Because I always say this with stand-up comedians and job interviews. We're very good at job interviews because it's 15, 20 something minutes of, okay, I'll say what you want me to say. I can talk. Let me read your body language and I'll adjust. And
you don't say the wrong thing on purpose. They're like, did you familiarize yourself with our website? Like, yeah, I've been spanking it all day.
I came twice. It was good. It was like, why is everyone like related by step sister, mother, or whatever the fuck? I fucked it up. But like, did I even go to the right website? What did you send me? Just like, Jesus Christ! Like, why does your website have all these pop-up ads? I don't understand. For the love of Christ! But I'm really annoyed too, and the guy does this maneuver too as well. So this is going to take up most of my grapes today. Is this fucking is the guy? This is why I hate potential employers and job interviewers. And he was a nice enough guy. And of course, there's 3 of them interviewing at once, so you're outnumbered. Which I'm there. Listen, folks, you're talking to Bob. I don't care if there's 3 of you. You're outnumbered. Okay? You don't understand what you're getting into. So he says this to me. And the thing is, they're writing down as you're talking. They'll ask you a question and then write down as you answer, is like the rudest fucking thing in the world. So he's like, oh, tell me about yourself, blah, 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 your experience, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, he's doing one of those exactly. For our audio listeners, Jesse's mimicking with a pen and paper. He's doing one of those. And it's very frustrating to talk to someone when they're doing that. And so right after he asked me a question, and again, I've been in this room for 3 minutes. He goes, so what's your passion? Fuck me. Fuck you was my passion. Like, did
you say whacking it in San Diego?
I should have said jacking it in San Diego. Here's the thing. How dare you ask a stranger
what's your passion?
Put me on
the
spot.
I've always wanted to be a receptionist at a sperm bank since I was a little boy.
The question isn't what's my passion, is why is your passion jizz?
Did you answer jizz? Did you just say jizz?
I should have just
like,
said
you're
jizz.
Hired. What's your passion? Jizz?
No, I did something
right
stupid.
Answer.
I did something stupid. I took the honesty route, and I never mentioned comedy. That's the thing. I had to dance around it.
You mean you're like G.I. Joes in pro wrestling?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Like, do you want to hang out?
What's your passion? And they're like, that's pretty close.
What's your passion? Just I don't know, just rocking out to Maiden. Like, which I would have said. See, I'm sneaky though. If I spotted like something in the back on his desk that said like Megadeth, Motorhead, whatever, I wouldn't have said one of those bands because then it's too obvious. But I would have said a band close that the same fans like. So
Morissette.
I would have done my bit there, and he would have been confused. But But no, I just kind of fudged it. He threw me off on that one. I knew it too. And I'm like, you motherfucker.
That is a crazy question to ask someone in a sperm bank.
What's my passion? You better hope nothing. You better hope absolutely nothing is my passion if you want me to work at the sperm bank.
Right. I'm passionless. That's why I'm here. Like, it's a weird, like what, I wonder what the right answer is for that,
No, it's just, you know what it is? I bet you it's one of those things where some HR fuckface like just buys some template of HR fuckery that 98% of the HR people in the world just ask. And because somebody who's never interviewed anyone and had the same job for 20 years sat down and thought of these questions, and then a bunch of other jerk offs, buy it to ask other jerk offs why they want to be around a bunch of people jerking off. And that's
what's your passion? And you're like, well, it's definitely not jerking off at work.
Like, by the way, can I use your restroom? And if you say yes, you lost.
I am not passionate about that. It seems like such a weird question, and I wonder what kind of answers he's gotten. What did you end up telling him?
I just fudged it, and I said, I tried to be like deep with it, and I said, 2 years ago I could have answered that question without any hesitation. And here's what I did: I circled around to buy my I stand-up comedy the fucking thing. I circled around to buy my weird brain time to think of a good answer. But I circled back and said, 2 years ago you would ask me a question, I would have had the perfect answer. But as time goes on, I had this goal of IT and everything else. And I was doing a financial software thing, and the finance really wasn't working. And the thing is, I've been through 98 job interviews. I know the answer to this question for this job, but I forgot what it was because it's been a few weeks since I went on these stupid things. So eventually
my passion is helping people, right? Is that what it is?
I think they can see through it, but pretty much it was like, hey, so when I was learning about the electronic medical records, the EMR from those Cerner people that I mentioned earlier, because I'm trying to dig it from another answer I already answered. Like I did like it hit me that more so than IT and just healthcare IT with the telehealth and the portal. I'm just saying words. And the portals and telehealth.
And synergy.
Synergy, killing two birds with one stone, brainstorming.
Thinking outside of the box. I'm passionate about that.
Outside the box. watching old guys jerk off, all those things. Then eventually I said something about, oh, I watched these people from Cerner, and then he does a mini interruption. He goes, good people, and I went, oh yeah, about good people. I watched them come from Missouri or Kansas, wherever they were from, all the way to New York, and they were training other employees on EMR, and I thought, man, that would be really great. I'd love someday to be training other employees, because there's nurses in the room, and I'm not a dummy. I'm working this shit. So nurses are busy. They don't have an extra 2 hours in their day, let alone 2 minutes to do yada, yada, yada. So I like to be the guy to help them, to make this appointment, to find the medical records and vital signs. I'm just saying fucking, and then they all nod and fucking nodding heads because they've been lobotomized like the rest of us. I'm just not as familiar with the script every day. And man, humanity's doomed.
So you're saying that you kind of were jerking them off in this
no, I didn't process. No, it's not like I went in there and just gave him the shaft, but at the end of the day, you know what, it makes no vas deference to me.
You tell him, you gotta hire me, I'm so handy on the job. Handy job.
Whacking
in San Diego. Well, that's a pretty good accomplishment, mostly because of all the material that you just generated from this. But I think that's fantastic, Bob.
I think that's why I agreed to do the interview. I know I'm not getting this far. I'm getting this job if the other candidates were terrible. If there's one of them who's half competent or had a passion ready, then I lose. But unless they interview just bozo after bozo after bozo, like if they interviewed 8 bozos and 1.5 put together person, then I lost. But if they interviewed 9 bozos and 1 me, it's like, all right, we got half a bozo. Fuck yeah.
Well, good luck, I guess. I don't know if you really want that job, but
I don't know. If I do get it, we'll throw it at the wall. We'll see what sticks.
There you go.